It's Fuck Yeah Friday.
Fuck yeah!
Get ready for some wins.
Welcome to the Be It Till You See It podcast, where we talk about taking messy action, knowing that perfect is boring. I'm Lesley Logan, Pilates instructor and fitness business coach. I've trained thousands of people around the world, and the number one thing I see stopping people from achieving anything is self-doubt. My friends, action brings clarity, and it's the antidote to fear. Each week, my guests will bring bold, executable, intrinsic, and targeted steps that you can use to put yourself first and be it till you see it. It's a practice, not a perfect. Let's get started. Hey. Well, FYF from the road. FYF from the road. So Fuck Yeah Friday. Hi, if you're new to the Beit Pod and you're wondering what this Fuck Yeah Friday is, it is about us celebrating wins, and we celebrate your wins. You can send them into the Beit Pod. We celebrate a win of mine, and we talk about it because it needs to become a normal thing that we celebrate wins. It needs to actually become just like part of every single day. Like, how are you doing today? Should be like, what are you winning at today? And not in a competitive way, but like in a, tell me something new and exciting about you. Tell me something that you're proud of that you did today. Let's focus on the thing that did go pretty well, right? Because we can focus so much. Like, oh my gosh, if you knew how much stuff was not going the way we expected, it was not going the way we planned, and was getting delayed, and the frustrations, and then the fucking links that stopped working, that way they were working 1 hour ago and people were using them and now they just stopped working. Like, I would never run out of content if I if I told you guys all the things keeping us from the things we want to do in our business and in our life. But it's important. And I do this for myself too, because if I am not practicing celebrating my wins and writing them down, then it makes me an angry person, and I'm not super excited, and I want to quit my job that I created. So if you ever I want to quit the job I created, it's probably because you're not celebrating. So let's start off with your wins. First up, also because it's I just wrapped up Elevate round 2, which is a win. I'll come to that in a second. I am making these wins just from some of our Elevate members. So first one is from Elevate round 3, and that is Jennifer Day. So she said, I'm doing a lot of introspective work with how I learned through my Ramana-based program and Ramana-trained teachers to what we are starting to learn here in Elevate. There's a lot that I love from what Ramana brought to Pilates and adapted in how she saw fit. However, I also love the bare bones of what Jay just giving us exercises and Joe has intended, with lots of fuss, letting the method correct the body. I'm truly enjoying the process and nerding out right now. Very thankful for this space and taking up space. Oh, I got chills. So just let me break that down for a second. This is not like one Pilates person is better than another. That's not what Jen is saying. That's not what I am saying. My teacher, Jay, and Sandy, and some other people who are amazing in my life really helped me understand the bare bones of what Joseph Pilates gave us and how much permission it gave us. And that is what I teach people in Elevate. And so it can be really confusing whether you come from a contemporary-based background or even a classical-based background like Jen has, to kind of like let go of all the rules and really let the body show you what it needs and teach that body in front of you and be that present. And she's just only finished the weekend 2 at the point that she wrote this, and this is the win that she's having. And that if you've ever been someone who's like trying to unlearn, but also not get rid of those things that you love, but add in something new, like, it's a complicated process. And I love that she's celebrating it while she's in the midst of it. So thank you, Jen, for sharing that. The next win is from Jane. And Jane said that she and Sonia, I have one from Sonia, so I'll have that. We have one more win from Sonia today. She said, we had so much fun this week working through all the exercises on Win Chair. I think we've tried them all, some with success and some with a big laugh instead. When we weren't too sure if we were on the right track, we took a few minutes to share the screen and watch one of LL's tutorials together. Then back to the chair to give it another go. Today, we tackled push-ups as one of the exercises. We were so happy with ourselves that we both managed without too much trouble. So we decided to check out the tutorial and make sure we're doing it correctly. We were both on the wrong spring setting. It was a bit like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I started with one top and one bottom spring, and it felt great. Surprising that I could manage it all. Then after watching LL's tutorial and realizing the errors we had made and the three changes springs, I tried one middle, but we couldn't lift it or keep it up at all. Finally, I tried one middle and one bottom, and it worked. Not too easy and not too hard. Perfect for now. Jane, oh my gosh, girl, thank you so much. I love how much you and Sonia play together, and I love how kind you are with each other and your practice, and also how kind you are to yourself. That is the most and most important thing. So now I'm gonna get to one more elevate win, just because again, like I'm just freaking I'm in an elevate weekend, and I'll share that win in a second. So Sonia said, loving our regular elevate meetups, working through exercises together in a workout, and instead of being on your own and just going through it, we are working together. This gives us the opportunity mid-exercise say, hey, is this how you do this? And others saying, I do it like this, or not sure, let's ask. I just love it. Not only are we all cementing the work into our bodies and our minds, but learning from each other and coming up with great discussions. I feel like this is what I missed in my first teacher training, and this is helping me to be better at what I do. You just can't put a price on that. I've worked on my own for so long. This is so refreshing. I love the camaraderie. Oh, Sonia, that's so fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm on the road, and that's a win. But let me tell you the win from Elevate. So we wrapped up Elevate round 2 last week, and I did the third weekend of 5 with Elevate round 3, and we are on tour. So again, a whirlwind, but we planned for it. We made room for it. We made balance, and like we made a plan and did it. Rock on. But the fact of the matter is like the fact that I had a round 2 or round 3 at all is the win. And so when I share with people in round 1, they made it so fun that I wanted to even attempt another win. They are just spirit animals for me, because it was something I was like, I'm going to do this once, and if I love it, then we'll keep going. And if I don't love it, then those people were the only people who got to experience it. That's fine. And I think that's important. Remember, we talk about trying all the time. I was trying it on. At any rate, I loved it. And then we did round 2, and we kicked off round 3 because round 2 sold out so much, and I didn't want people to have to wait a year. And to be honest, like, I love it. I could do this again and again. I love watching the transformation. I love watching people let go of what's no longer serving them and like add on what is. The whole program is also a challenge for me each time to make sure that I'm giving people space to process. And I can't make them do that. So I wanted to make this week a bunch of Elevate wins, because I've just been spending so much time with my elevators, and because I'm getting ready for round 4, potentially round 5, which is a win. So elevators, you are my win this week. Thank you so much for being the most amazing people and entrusting me with this journey of design, of creating your own way of teaching Pilates and this amazing method we have together. My other win is that we are on the road. And to be honest, I love being on the road. I was a little unsure of a West Coast tour. We've actually never done it before. At the time I'm recording this, so many of the classes are sold out or almost sold out. And I am just beyond humbled by the warmth and enjoy and the joy and the welcome that I'm having from all these cities across the West Coast to come in and teach what I love and teach the workshops I love and be in their studios and be in their space. And just thank you. Like, I know everyone's summers are so busy. I know everyone's got a lot going on, and yet so many studios came together. So many studio owners put in this effort. So many people sponsored and got involved in making this West Coast tour happen. And it's just beyond my wildest dreams what it could be. And to think that I almost like canceled the whole thing just because it was going to be hard. It just was going to be, it's not going to be all roses, unicorns, and butterflies. Like, we're driving 4,000 miles over the course of 3 weeks with 3 dogs, and we have to be at certain places by certain times, and there better not be a traffic jam. And, getting that many tickets sold in that many cities without having to be there, without having the connections there, like all of these things that are piling up. And I was just like, maybe we don't do it this year. Maybe we just don't. Maybe we don't do the scary new thing this year. And we did it. And that is a win. And I'm so grateful for my team. Shout out to Meredith and Brad and Jai and just like everybody involved in making this tour happen, because I can't do these things alone. And so this win is as much my win as it is their win. But I am so glad there was a moment 2 or 3 months ago where we could have pulled it. And I just felt in my gut that that was the wrong thing to do, that we needed to do this thing and we needed to get started on a West Coast tour. We needed to do this tour thing differently. And I was so nervous that it wouldn't work out, and it's working. It's working. You want to know why it's working? Not just because I have an amazing team, but because we actually just took one foot in front of the other, because we just got started. Y'all, take one step in front of the other. I promise you, wins are on the other side of each step. So what's your win? I want to hear it. Share it with the Beit Pod. Tag us on Instagram, DM us, let us know what that win is that we can shout out for you. And until next time, be it till you see it.
That's all I got for this episode of the Be It Till You See It podcast. One thing that would help both myself and future listeners is for you to rate the show and leave a review. And follow or subscribe for free wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, make sure to introduce yourself over at the Be It Pod on Instagram. I would love to know more about you. Share this episode with whoever you think needs to hear it. Help us and others be it till you see it. Have an awesome day.
Be It Till You See It is a production of the Bloom Podcast Network.
It's written, filmed, and recorded by your host, Lesley Logan, and me, Brad Kroll.
It is produced and edited by the epic team at Diseño.
Our theme music is by Ali at Apex Production Music, and our branding by designer and artist Gianfranco Cioffi.
Special thanks to Melissa Solomon for creating our visuals and Semena Velazquez for our transcriptions.
Also to Angelina Herrico for adding all the content to our website, and finally to Meredith Kroll for keeping us all on point and on time.